About to give you guys a little how-to AI video. I know whenever I was up and coming and trying to learn how to breed these bullies and stuff, AI was a big, worry of mine. I wasn't sure how to do it or if I should go to the vet, but it's actually very simple and it all starts right here. All right, so we're about to get started with this artificial insemination process. Pro tip, always have you a stool or a chair handy, because after you put it inside the female, I personally like to let gravity work for you. Hold her legs up for around 5 to 10 minutes, and kind of about the same time as like if it was a natural time, maybe a little bit shorter though. And definitely gonna want something to sit on. So today we're gonna be using cedar chip bags to sit on and be comfortable. Now I've actually already pulled my male. He actually gave us, yesterday it was around 12 cc's of semen. Let's see where he comes at today. I'm just going to use a regular, this was packaged, just pulled it out. Everything we had used is always new, by the way, brand new. But we just pulled this out prematurely. So yesterday he gave us 12 cc's. Let's see how much he'll give us today. And then you just want to run this down into the bag, and you're going to, just withdraw the semen. I do like to switch it up a little bit, because sometimes it seems like there's a little bit of juice in there that doesn't look as cloudy as the rest of it. So you want to make sure you're spinning around, make sure everything's good and cloudy. And now this, I'm no scientist, I'm no doctor or anything. This is just my personal way of doing an AI. And if you know a better way, drop a comment below or tell me what I'm doing wrong. And, we can go from there. I can always learn something. Oh my goodness. So that's as much as I can handle, that I can take inside this syringe. And you see we are at 10 milliliters, still have some left over. That's the perks of having a good stud. He gives us plenty every time, so you don't have to worry about a shortage of nut, that's for sure. Next step that we want to do, now that we do have our semen collected, we want to make sure that we get a brand new straw, just like we had a brand new syringe. We're going to want to take this out of the package, make sure the tip is lubed up really good, and we're going to insert it in the female. Whenever you go to put it in the female, her uterus is actually shaped like this. You're not going to just ram it in. It's actually like this. You're going to push it in, and when you're in there, you're going to put your finger inside of her vagina. What you're feeling for is you want to feel where there's a hole, or you kind of feel like a lump where her bladder is. You want to put your finger over that, because you don't want this tube to go inside of her bladder. If you try to push it in there, it's going to be very painful for the dog, or you could shoot semen into her bladder and she could have some kind of infection or something. But whenever you go in, you kind of want to go up a little bit, and then it kind of goes down at that point. So you put your finger in there. I take this tube and I let it just ride the top of my finger, and then once I feel like it's where it needs to be and it's made the hole, I push it down and I just feed it in the rest of the way. So we're going to start that process now. All right, now we bottomed out. That straw is in there. Take our syringe. We're gonna just start shooting it in. Now I do like to fill my syringe back up with some air and put it back to her, just to make sure I clean that straw out real good. And then you're going to pull it out and lift her tail up. Now I like to hold my females up for 5 to 7 minutes, but it's up to your discretion. I like to have gravity, use it to help myself out. And then what I do is I like to just tap around the outside of her vagina and kind of make it pulse some, so she really gets a good take, it kind of works itself and pulsates in there. And doing this, she'll make sure that all that semen gets down inside of her really good. So we're going to hold this for around 5 to 7 minutes, and then we'll be back.